Hello, good day. This is Mark Teo again for part 7 of Revit training videos. Alright, so we have fully um, installed our furniture, our casework, our stairs, our toilet fixtures, our floor finishes, and all that. So now we're almost we're like uh, partially, we can say we're partially done with all our modeling. All right, so for now, I will stop there before I add anything else. All right, so what I'm gonna begin now is the documentation. Well, this is just for preliminary drawings. All right, so this is not working drawing. Okay, so well, first things first, when we do documentation, we 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 would like to do it with BIM assisted, meaning we use the information as a means of documentation. All right, so let me get my cheat sheet out because I kind of need to see right, I need a guide for the basically the drafting. All right. All right, so we want to do rooms. Okay, I'd like to do the rooms now because in a way, the way we do it is, it's a preliminary drawing, so we don't try to fill it up with dimensions and all that. We put some texts in our rooms. All right, so before we do that, let's consider our sheets. This is a template I'm using. This sheet, when you open this template, this drawing is already mounted upon the sheet, and this room schedule is there. This, as well as the wall type legend, are all there. This is a special title block. Can go either of two ways. We use two logos. We use either of the two logos, and there's a, shall we say, disclaimer note. You can choose either you want the perspective note or the disclaimer note. Right. Definitely this will be preliminary. Now, beauty of BIM, what you do on one title block, chances are will be reflected on all title blocks. See? How do I show this? Best way to show it would be, yeah, I'll just show you. These are the same title blocks, so these are different plans. This is obviously ground floor plan, first floor plan. Change in one title block will reflect in all title blocks. So change, and therefore that will change as well. So preliminary. All right. So yep, I'll get back to my view. So we want to emphasize on this view. So one thing we need to consider is how do we divide up these rooms? Like, yeah, I know we're still lacking a few furniture here, but how do we divide up the rooms? Like that way, then this way, because this is gonna be a living room, this is gonna be meals, and this is gonna be kitchen, right? So we're gonna have to divide up the rooms. So first up, I reckon do some aligning. Yep, that seems aligned, but this doesn't seem to be. So I don't know. Structurally, they should be aligned. And if I align, what would be the consequences? This would be 760. Well, we'll deal with that later, as long as we know. Alright. So, I will divide up the lines. So, in Revit, there's this thing you call room separation line. Right? In case there are no walls and to define rooms, Revit would require would you would draw those lines in place of walls because you can't always have those walls. All right. So we're practically done with this underlay. I mean, what more is there to do with this underlay? We don't really need it anymore, so let's just get rid of it. Oops, sorry. So just get rid of all. So take note, I'm working off of a working view. Alright, this is my working view, and this is, sorry. And this is my sheeted view, right? You will see that if I just for the sake of it, I'll draw a wall there, and it's just gonna draw into that other view, even though they are both, you know, different views. Now, detail lines, however, will not show. Alright? So we have, besides, we don't want to be drawing too many detail lines. So, yep, I'll go back to my default. So, let's divide up the rooms. Okay, room. So rooms are currently not visible, so room. Turn it on. Turn on the reference so you know the extents of the room. Okay, so what I like to do is use the room separator line. First, I'd separate kitchen. Then separate, just push that all the way through. Then room separator, that should define the kitchen. There should be another room separator here for this, and the rest should be all good. Alright, so we kind of forgot about these casework here, so let's just make quick shelving. So what I like to use is the floor mounted shelves, wherein I can dictate the height. So that is the shelf. Just put the other shelf here. Put it all the way there. And probably a good idea to align it to Oops. Alright, now let's take a look at 3D, how that's looking. Uh, find a good, decent view. Anyway, alright, those are the shelves. Uh, so you want it, we'd want it to be like what, 2100 high. Alright, probably vertical panels, probably keep them at 3 vertical panels. Then number of shelves, probably, I don't know, 5. So it'll divide itself nicely. Well, this can do with only 2 verticals. Actually, both can do with 2 verticals. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Alright, so those are the shelves. For now, let's just keep them that way. Alright, so we have now our room separations. You might want to put another room separation here. Uh, for the stair. And yeah, you'd probably cover this up in room separation, or I don't know. Yes, it is room bounding, so it is not room bounding. I don't know why they bother to put the check room bounding when it's, you know, can't. Anyway. So, room. Now, chances are, if you're using a template, chances are somebody has already used those names, right? Like living room. So you can kind of look for the word, the living room. Just put it there. Put the dining. Put the kitchen. Don't worry about the tags for now. Alright. And so basically you go through this list and just find the rooms. Oops. See? Garage. This is probably bedroom 1, so yep, it's bedroom 1 with a walk-in pantry. Should be this one. Laundry is this one, this room. WC is this room, and you get the idea. Ensuite is that room. There is no porch yet. Al fresco is put it at the back. Just leave it if it's just leave it. If it's not closed, then just leave it. We'll deal with that later. Alright, so other than that, entry hallway is all that's left. Entry hall. Alright. That should be it. And it leaves us with this room, which we don't really know what that room is. It's neither of these selections, so let's just call it, let's just use up the last room, and let's call it study. Alright. Now, don't mind these tags because we're gonna have a lot of fun with them later on. I'm just putting in the rooms now on the upper floor. Same. Well, before I forget, make sure these rooms, like how do you select all the rooms? Like you can't just select all instances because there are no instances of that room. Each room's unique. So I'm just gonna select all, filter, check none, and just choose the rooms. Right? Not the room tags, the rooms. Right? Make sure it's hosted on the ground floor level. Its upper limit is the ceiling line, and there are no offsets. That is as clean as you can make rooms. Alright. Now this, since obviously the room bounding is a non-factor, so we're gonna have to do it manually. So I'm just gonna pick lines with the room thing, and by the time I click this, that should close itself. And there it is. Alright. Next would be the upper floors. Again, we have no more need. Well, not yet anyway. Not for now. We don't need the room information, nor do we need such underlay information. And whoops, something we do, we kind of have it filtered. Alright. So, yep, that is our upper floor. Again, first things first, we are still in the working view, so let's I don't know, maybe let's get rid of the floor covering because it's messing up our views. Alright, so now we're ready. So RM, room, then let's just go and let's just go ahead and name them. But before we do that, we have to like put our room separators like this. Like that room ends there. And this should be another room separator as well to lock up the stairs, and that should be it. And come to think of it, we're lacking a door here, so I don't know why we missed that, but it's obviously does not have a swing, so case those concealed doors are kinda tricky in the sense that, you know, they're kinda hard to spot from the underlays. Alright, so yep, that's the biggest I could make it. So now we do our rooms. Okay, so rooms. So bed 2. Looking at my references, and this is bed 2, and bed 3 is here. Up, it still had the old information from the old room. All right, and this is the hallway, which obviously should be. Yep. So this is the hallway. No, that's not a balcony. That is a hallway. So hallway, then balcony. There are no balconies for this house, so let's just use that, put that here, and call this study 2. So apparently this mistake. This is, I think, correct. So we'll just put an L-shaped counter. And yep, I just put a few drawers for support. I don't know, probably here. That'll be a good place to put a drawer. So it's a study 2. All right. So room, the bath, obviously, and you'd see that we've run out of rooms, and all that's left is porch. I'd just like to use that porch there and just rename it to living room 2. Then leaves us with bedroom 4, a WC, and I don't know what you call this. Uh, vanity room, or yeah, WC2, because there's obviously a WC1 below. Alright, this, just rename this to bed 04. Alright, now don't mind these numbers for now, just for now. Alright, so see, nothing's changed in our floor plan. Alright, because this is a different view that is referencing to this working view. So well, you can work off this plan, or you can work off the original view, which is a ground floor plan. Alright, so yeah, what you do is activate view. I have this as keystrokes. I just double click, and so you can go find referring views, which obviously does not work. Right, so you have a choice whether you do the room documentation here, or you do it elsewhere, or on the actual well, this is that room. Reason why, because this is the room that is sheeted. We don't like to make a mess here when we're doing you know stuff. right? So, since our working view is obviously a different orientation from our from our sheeted view, yeah, because we kind of had to fit it on the sheet, right? The documentation may change, all right? So I would prefer to fill in these values on the working view rather than in the sheeted view, because like I said, I don't like making a mess. But later on, when you're more confident, you can go ahead and just do it there. What's the point in doing it twice? Well, you're not really doing it twice, but you're making a mess elsewhere, right? And this view kind of like filters through all that mess that you just made. Alright, so garage. So to be clear, in Australia it's Y then X. The rest of the world is X then Y. Alright, so we want to give the vertical measurement before the horizontal measurement. That's the same as their windows. But since this is oriented differently, then this should be the X first. You just have to take note that with these values, the Y should go first. So room Y, 6,000. Then room X is 6,900. And what this does is, when I let go, and that will be part of our garage stats. Like, a garage would have those statistics, right? Now, entry hall does not need those stats. All right. So just take the dimensions. This is kind of painstaking. I wish Revit would find a solution for this. Alright, so I just realized I made a mistake. Sorry. This is the room family. Alright. The Y should be this, 6,900. And the X should be 600 because we're flipping the orientation. Now, if you find this hard to do, well, it kind of is. Keep trying to keep that presence of mind that Y must go first. So you can go ahead and do it here. All right. So what you need to do is just put in the room tags. All right. Tag room. Then tag it with the X plus Y. Just the major rooms, the living room, the dining, the kitchen, the study, the bedroom, and the garage. That's about all you need. We don't really need to be putting room sizes on these other rooms. However, this one we did miss, so you can just put one there and just call it WIR. Then just change the tag to just name only, and that's all it will show. Alright. Okay, so living room. So what's the Y in the living room? 6,000 by 5,000. So living room. Room Y is 6,000 and then it's 5,000. So it'll show as 6,000, 5,000. Alright. Dining, same thing. get that measurement. Get that measurement. Then might as well just, do the kitchen. Well, for the kitchen, you could, I don't know, what should be the kitchen width? This one or this one? I don't know. So probably just get it there. And whatever the height is for the dining should be the same for the kitchen. Alright, so dining, Y is 4390. 390. Its X is 2900. Kitchen, its Y is 4390. And its X is 2100. Simple as that. Now, since you are in working drawing, in sheeted view, good idea to remove those dimensions because we don't want to see those dimensions there. They just create a mess. Oh, sorry. It's kind of hard to click with that door. Alright. So, the Y is 4240. You can just go ahead and copy that. Then 3200. And since you just copied from one side, you can just go ahead and paste this and 3800. Alright, so that is it for the sheeted view. Now, what about the other rooms? Well, we'll just tag those rooms. Tag them with name only. And they should be the exact same names as what you tagged, as what you assigned them in the working view. Alright, so once everything is tagged, you're all good. Then you can get out of the view. I just put a shortcut to the whole activate and deactivate view. I just have a keyboard shortcut for that. Now, let's take a look at the first floor. Alright, hold on. Alright, first floor. Same thing. Now, we still have actually, you can get away with this. We'll deal with that later. Alright. So, room tag. First, take note. You have already placed these rooms. Well, we have not set them to be the limits of the room though, but let's do that. FFL to FFCL and 0. That should be how the settings for the room are. That should be how they are, okay? Alright, so everything's there. It's the same. It's just twisted. So room tag. Do not put in new rooms. Put in new tags. So obviously the hallway is the name only. We don't really need to be putting measurements on those very small confined spaces. It's only in the larger spaces wherein we put those numbers. And yep. Now living room, yeah. We can go all the way here. Alright. So, measurements. Alright. Then measurements. They usually measure to the wardrobe, which is a more conservative measurement. And where is that wardrobe for this side? How could we have missed that? Yes, we did miss that. So make another one. Well, technically you can just do it here. It's the same, doesn't really matter. What matters is the confidence in doing it in a sheeted um, view rather than in a non-sheeted view. It's basically that's all the difference there is. It's just the level of confidence. Alright, so for this one I'm gonna measure all the way to the wardrobe. Alright, so I guess I have all my measurements. So living room vertical is 4135 and 3430. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Next, bedroom 4, the value is 3485, and the X is 3150. And for bedroom 3, this is what came with the template. It is obviously wrong, so be very careful with it. And alright. These are custom parameters that I put in the rooms. Just select all instances visible in view and just delete all those dimensions. Alright. So as far as documentation of the rooms go, we're pretty much good. So yep. Now it is now time for I am now working off of the sheeted view, and you know, just some things that you will miss, like floor drains or floor traps. Laundry should have one like smack in the middle. WC should have one. Ensuite definitely should have one. I know, put it there. Yep. And on the first floor plan, probably not. You're not gonna have one there. Probably here. And then another one here. Alright, you can just move those away. Alright. So you can see that the extent of this room is only up to the bathtub, which is wrong. Uh, it is like so because of this wall down there that is hidden from sight because it's room bounding. Once I remove this, that X should extend all the way to the end. See, like so. Alright. So that is it. Now, on the final plan, let's start tagging our process of annotating stuff. Alright, like for example, KE, keynote, take off the leader, just go crazy. Now just keynote what you can for now. Let's worry about the things you cannot keynote later. I have a shortcut for keynotes as well. Now this is not HP and UBO anymore. This should be UBO. And it is not in my keynote table. So I'm gonna have to hack it. So I'm just gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna hack the keynote table. So, alright, back. Keynote, keynoting settings. I'm just gonna open. I'm just gonna edit this off screen. I can't be showing everything. Hold on. Alright, so okay. So just put in a new one, OVN, because it's just an oven. It's not really underbench or anything, or we don't know that yet. Alright, so KE, this should be hot plate, HP, yep. And KE, well, this shouldn't be BSN, this should be SS. Uh, Stainless sink. Alright, and we'll assign that keynote appropriately. Alright, now let me just make a few adjustments. to remove those electrical outlets. They were like, well, they shouldn't be there. All right. Now you can just, fill this with something because we know it to be shelves. So SHE, shelving, just do the same. This one we know this to be linen, so linen. And this could be linen as well. Alright. Now this are not. This is not. So I'm just gonna storage. And the keynote should be ST. I, I know because yeah, I made this keynote table, so it'll just update itself to ST. Um, it can be argued why I am making a particular family type just for a difference in keynote, and you will see the magic, the wisdom in that rather later on. Um, when somebody else takes over your project or whatever, or if you have to do it all over again. And more importantly, when you're using this as a template for a new project, that is when those things begin to really kick in. Alright, so we don't need to be really filling these in because obviously it's a walk-in robe. Alright, so that's it for the keynotes. Well, the fridge. Alright. Alright, so pretty much. Then let's go to the next upper floor. Again, same procedure, keynote everything that you can. While you're at it, you can just do some cleanup, like this, for example. Why it doesn't have the B keynote, I don't really know. Probably somebody erased it, or we haven't used this particular family type in a while. Now this will come out linen. Okay. Now typically this should be storage, right? So tall cupboard, change that to storage, and the keynote will change automatically. Alright, cool. Same as this, should be robe. And same here, same there. Now, this one L and L. Well, those aren't linens, those are storage. So when I change the family to storage, so does the keynote. Alright, convenient. Okay, this can remain as a linen, I reckon. I just really flush it. Alright. Now this is just a simple text, then void. I mean, no, don't use the reminder note. just use like void. That is the only text because typically, for all intents and purposes, it's nothing. Hence, they call it void. So how can I put information on nothing? So yeah, well technically there are other ways to be doing that, which will be covered in future advanced video tutorials. Alright, so hold on. And, alright, I just verified something from the reference material. Alright, so next we're done with the keynotes. So I'm just gonna get a cheap victory here and just go ahead and annotate the stairs. Fixed up and down direction, yep. Then the tread number. Alright. Then do the same. Automatic up down. And then tread number. Yep. That is all you need to do for stairs. Okay. Excuse me. Now let's do the doors. Now doors have a special tag. Kind of made it myself. Alright. It's the Australian style of documenting doors, wherein you only show the leaf measurement. Now this is obviously wrong because it's supposed to be 920. Alright. And for this door you have to have comments CSD, which means concealed sliding door, and it should appear immediately before the 920. There it is. Just alright. Now continue tagging. I'm hitting the space bar to flip the tags between vertical and horizontal orientation. It's just how I choose to do it. Now this one is special. Comments for this one is Australian Standard Sliding Door, ASD, and bam, there it is. So doors, all doors are good. Up, nope, not this one. So I'm using the tag command, which is basically tag all. Rather tag category by category, meaning each category would have a special tag on its own. Like the door would have a door tag, the wall would have a wall tag, the floor would have a floor tag, which is FS1, which you see there. There are no casework tags that I loaded. There are, however, plumbing tags, which kind of custom to give you the size of the shower. So you can go ahead and use that one. Yeah. This is special custom tag. There's also tags for windows, which we're just gonna go crazy with shortly after the doors. Alright, so upper floor, do the doors just like the way you did the ground floor. Just take note, we are working on a sheeted view because don't feel like doing something twice. However, if you're beginning, you're just starting out with it, I suggest that you work off the working views rather than the sheeted views. Here's the plumbing tag that'll give you the exact measurements, the exact size of that shower. Alright, so to continue, sorry about that, I got distracted by a bit. Right, so yeah, do a little cleanup here and there. So that takes care of all doors, sliding and otherwise. And I don't think there's a balcony for this design, so that's it. Now go back to the ground floor, do the windows. So again, same procedure, tag by category or TG, and then just tag the windows. Don't worry about the question mark later. We'll deal with that immediately after when we're done. So what I'm doing now is one of my standard 3 S's, uh, which is strategize, simplify, and specialize. This is me specializing. Alright. Now, forgot about the roller door. Oops, and the panel door. Now, I don't know why my panel door is not showing my tag, but I'm gonna find out why. So, alright. So it's rough width. Alright. That way, if you don't know what you're doing, you have no prayer of using this template. Alright, you kind of have to know the tags, the ins and outs of the tags. Alright, so I'm not covering that in this session, nor in this series, but that is for advanced. This would be roller door RD. So we have all our doors, all our windows. Let's do the upper windows. Now this corner window, I have a special tag for that. Because obviously you're only tagging one side of the window. I like to give the measurement for the other side as well, for the return. Alright. Anyway. Alright. So that is all our windows. So I reckon this good practice to be showing our roof. Yep, it is showing. So um all right, and this is oops, sorry. All right, so our windows, as far as the drawings, the reference drawings they gave me are concerned, well, I'm gonna do this in a very fast way. I'm gonna pick all awning windows. Awning, awning, awning. And obviously this one, that's awning as well. The one behind the bathtub is awning. And this one is awning as well. Alright, then I put in the comments AAW for Australian Standard Awning Window. Then everybody else should be sliding. Well, this one is fixed. This window is fixed. This entrance window is fixed. This WIR window is fixed. Then Australian Standard fixed window AFW, and that should do it. Then tag this one, forgot about this one, and this one. So see, the AFW just came out. This is, I think, the only sliding window. ASW. Alright. So all windows counted for. Now next, on the upper floor. Right. This is a standard, like we kind of made these standard in our template. So first again, pick out all awning windows. That one. This one's an awning. That's all. So AAW. Then after that, pick out all the slidings. This is sliding. This is a sliding as well. So ASW. ASW. Bam. Then these two will be fixed. Or Australian fixed corner window. Alright. Sorry. Australian corner window. Alrighty. Alright, So I am looking for my roof actually. Since this is the first floor plan, I should be able to see the ground floor roof. I don't know what's going on here. Could have been filtered out. Alright, so it has to have upper roof. In the comment section. So this is one of the features in our template, and it's also well, basically you need to know what you're doing. So comments, put that in upper roof. Hopefully you'll see it. It's not shown. Alright, so roof hatch filter, upper roof. Yep. Patterns, just clear overrides for now. Alright. So that is our tagging, and I would end part 7, and I will be back with part 8 shortly. Alright, so happy riveting.